What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So now that a lot of you guys are going to be jumping on the classic fresh wagon, I figured it was time to make a video about the add-ons that I personally use in classic WoW. So before we do that, big thank you for all the support on the classic WoW gold guide. If you haven't picked it up already, you can do so by clicking the link down below in the description. And by using the discount code STUDENT, you get it for 50% off. This is an in-depth gold guide that will teach you not only to make gold at the max level, but also how you can combine the XP grinding with gold making as you're leveling up, which is perfect for something like Classic Fresh. So that way you'll have enough gold to learn all your spells, level your professions, and of course have enough gold to be able to purchase the mount at level 40 and level 60. So if you think that sounds interesting, you can check it out with the link down below in the description. Now, I do have a lot of add-ons. I'm going to go through a couple of them that I tend to use the most. So bear with me on this one because the list is quite long. But first of all, I want to talk a bit about this one right here. This one can be dragged and placed wherever you want it to be. It's basically something that, like a box that will have the icon of all the add-ons inside this box instead of them being like just clonked around your mini map. So this one right here is called mini map buttons. If I can find it right here, there you go. Minimap button. Absolutely great add-on. It just makes the screen way more smooth. So absolutely love this one. Next one is Deja character stats, which I know a lot of you guys are already using. It gives you a bunch of stats on your tune because when you're playing classic, you don't really have that many stats. It's well 20 years old, right? So to be able to see all of the stats and a lot of the stats that you would be able to see in something like retail WoW, such as item level, for instance, then you got to use Deja character stats. So really, really great add-on. Absolutely love it. Highly advise you guys to check out Deja character stats as well. Another add-on that a lot of people have been using ever since 2019 that you should get, even though there's coming an LFG tune, is Bulletin Board. LFG Bulletin Board, as you can see top right, the name of it, is basically an add-on where you can search for whatever you want to. So you can see what people are forming groups for, and you can quite easily just click the name of whatever group you want to join in, and you'll directly whisper them. So every single chat that you're in on your tune will have all of the information imported and filtered based on what they're saying in the message in that chat. So really, really great add-on. But yes, do keep in mind that we are going to get the basic LFG tool to be able to find groups in Classic Fresh. But still, there's a lot of things that's just way easier to filter through on LFG bulletin board. So I'm definitely still gonna get it. Another one that's a classic that everyone is using is gonna be Gathermate and Gathermate 2 data. It's basically add-ons that will allow you to get the location of all the chests, all the veins, and all the herbs. So if you get Gathermate 2 data, you can import all of the nodes. So you can open up your minimap and you can see the location of like all the treasure chests and all the herbs, etc., on your map without actually having to mark them yourself or look at a map in a second monitor or anything like that. So on this rogue, I do a lot of chest hunting on it. This is my hardcore rogue. So I have all the chests in the game currently marked, well, the ones that the add-on has to offer in the zones that I've been at. So great add-on that one as well, especially if you're planning on doing mining and herbalism and or treasure chest hunting, which is really good in Classic WoW. Another add-on is one that I use a lot on retail as well, and that is called Scrap. Scrap is a vendor add-on where you can select this golden coin. You can select whatever key you want to, keybind it, and every single item that you put this coin on will be automatically vendored when you go to the vendor. So it just saves you a lot of time when you go back and forth to vendor stuff. And once you put the coin on an item, it will for always be on that item. You don't have to remark it again. So it will remember stuff that you've said, okay, this is bad, and I want this vendor. So absolutely great add-on to have that one as well. Another one that kind of goes without saying, because there's a lot of people who don't use TSM, and if you don't use TSM, using the mailbox add-on Postal is so much smoother than using no mail add-on whatsoever. So definitely check out that one as well. And then, of course, since we were talking about it, like TSM could have its own separate video, but TSM helps you check out prices live, like when you're out and just killing mobs in the open world and you happen to get a green item, a material, a blue item, whatever. TSM will let you know what it's currently going for on the auction house. So even if you're not planning on using any advanced groups and operations to post your auctions with TSM is still great just to see the price of stuff on the auction house, so you don't accidentally vendor anything that has serious value. And something that you should get alongside with TSM is either the add-on Kiwi Farm or just simply get the add-on Loot Appraiser, which is going to pop up on your screen. Whenever you get something of value, it's going to pop up on your screen so you know that you actually looted something of value. You can also use it as a gold farming add-on to calculate your gold per hour as well. Now, I do have way more add-ons than this. And you guys probably have way more as well. Just hopefully some of these add-ons seemed interesting to you guys if you're planning on playing Classic Fresh. But outside of that, the add-ons that I'm using is stuff like Titan Panel. Titan Panel can do a lot of things. See your total amount of gold across your tunes, calculate your XP an hour. You have simple add-ons such as vendor sell price as well, which will, because in classic WoW, when you hover above an item, you can't see how much that item vendors for, but with the add-on vendor price, you can. But there's a lot of add-ons like TSM, which will also tell you the vendor sell price of items, so you don't necessarily need that as long as you have another add-on that actually does that job for you. I also think that Atlas loot is great in Classic, because you're like, okay, I'm bored. What should I do? Do I actually need anything in Dead Mines? And you can go through and take a look at the loot and see if there's anything that you need from the dungeon. So that's also another absolute great add-on to have, which people have been using for decades now. Really, really good add-on. Questy. You can't make an add-on video for Classic without talking about Questy. Questy is a lifesaver. It does what retail does these days. It will tell you exactly where to go, what to kill, where to pick up quests, and where to hand in quests as well. So definitely, you don't need any paid add-on for questing. Questy is going to be more than good enough for you. One thing that I also want to mention is the add-on a rare scanner, because there's a lot of rares and rare items they tend to have, depending on what level you are, but as you progress into a bit higher level out of the first few starting zones, rare elites will always drop a green or a blue item. And green items are kind of hard to come by in Classic WoW, especially blue items. So when you have rare scanner, not only can you see where they can potentially spawn on the map, but also whenever they're close by, it will pop up in the middle of your screen. So you can easily notice a rare elite that's close by. So absolutely great add-on to have. With that being said, I think that's pretty much it of the add-ons that I feel like mentioning into this video. If you got any other questions, leave them down below in the comment section. And don't forget to check out the complete gold guide for Classic WoW, 50% off using the discount code STUDENT. With that being said, I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. Bye bye.